Good morning. How y'all doing? Yeah. Yeah, I be took on the inside. But I told y'all my thinking. Like with the last video. I told you God did something to my mind. And I told you it's like a paradox or something, like a Rubik's Cube, and something just clicked. So my mind process stuff different. That's the first thing. So a lot of stuff that I speak, you might not understand it. So you know, you know, it's cool to disagree. I say that. So it's cool to disagree. But I was going to kind of explain what's going on because you might not understand. You might not be able to understand the dynamics of everything in my mind and how I process everything, and I can't sit here and break everything down. Okay, so part of my video, I was speaking about the principalities over the city. So when I was speaking about the principalities over the city, the Bible do say we wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. We deal with wickedness in high places. The Bible speak on this. So when the Bible speak on these, that we not even wrestling against flesh and blood, even though the flesh and the blood is allowing these entities to even operate in this realm, we have to go to the root, which is the spirit. And God wants us to address the spirit when dealing with, these battles that we fight. So when I was speaking on the principalities of this city, and I was saying, yeah, people is being used because God, he made us like this gateway. Like he made us like these gatekeepers between heaven and earth. And so the entities that want to enter into this realm, they need a body. They need a body. So they looking like we got something y'all want, y'all got something we want, for people that do make these type of covenants. And so they just operate and they just work illegally into this realm for that reason. But when I was talking about, all the stuff that was going on, I was talking about people, even though people do allow themselves to be used by the enemy, you still have to go on it. You still have to address the issue and attack the issue on the spiritual level. Like you don't go up against that person, you just attack it in the spirit. And so basically that's what Ephesians talking about when they say we wrestle not against flesh and blood, against principalities, against wickedness in high places. And I told you Memphis is a principality over this city. People probably don't even see it on that type level. Because when you deal with principalities, it go way over demons. Demons is low level. Principalities is high level. You dealing with some high level spirits right there. People can barely deal with the spirit of... People can barely deal with the spirit of fear out here. And you talking about a principality over a whole city? But it's a principality over this city. God don't put too much on me, so he not overwhelming me with a lot of stuff. I do know it's a principality over this city. I do know this. I'm finna read Ephesians and finish reading it, because people like to read the part that say, okay, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So if somebody coming at you, and I'm not gonna even answer this, I'm gonna leave this for you to answer. If somebody coming at you and they got the demon of murder, they got the spirit of murder on them, and they coming for you, what you gonna do? But the Bible say you wrestle not against flesh and blood, but this person didn't allow a spirit of murder to come up on them. And what you gonna do in this situation? I'm gonna leave that for y'all to think on. So I'm finna read this Ephesians, because everybody think that, oh, it's in the spirit, so you can't do this, and you can't. Sure, what you think? What you gonna do? If somebody coming for you and they got murder on them, so if you don't do something to protect yourself, you gonna die in this process. What you gonna do at this point? Yeah, send up prayers in the process. While you going through your struggle trying to survive out here, and you fighting to live, send prayers up while you doing it. Fighting the spirit while you doing it. But you might have to get physical with some of this stuff that's going on now. You might have to. But even if you get physical, even if you physically protecting yourself out here, you still have to, in the spirit, apply the Bible, apply the word, because you are fighting a higher power. It's higher than the person that's choosing to be used by the enemy, by Satan. It's higher than that person. So you have to attack it on that type level. But I'm finna read this Ephesians, because people like to read that and stop. But then God, he equipped you with what you need to fight this spiritual battle that we got. So I'm at Ephesians. I'm reading 6. I'm going to start at 10. And it talk about the whole armor of God. So Ephesians 6 verse 10. It say, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against wicked rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts and wickedness in heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand the evil day. You may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having the girdle. Dang, I want to read this down. What am I doing it? Okay. Stand therefore, having girded your waist with truth, having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, with which you will be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with prayer and supplications in the Spirit, being watchful in the end with the perseverance and the supplication for all saints. And for me, that utterance may be given to me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel, for which I am the ambassador in chains, that in it I may speak boldly as I ought to speak. So it's saying you just gotta put on the full armor of God. Like, it don't stop, the verse don't stop what you just said. Okay, we wrestle against wickedness in high places. Like, and then everybody just be like, okay. No. God said you got to put on your spiritual protection to protect you out here. And part of that protection do require you to pray. You know how in the video I was like, dog, you got to pray to go to the store. I was like, in Memphis, the principality is so strong that everywhere you go, you basically got to pray everywhere you go. Because you just don't know. I feel like the spirit of death been released in Memphis. So I feel like no matter where you go, you got to pray. So that's all I was saying, dealing with that right there. The Ephesians chapter 6. And that you have to put on your full armor of God all day, every day. Which part of it speak on boldness, truth, salvation, faith. All of these elements come together to protect you during this time. Now, if push come to shove now, you just got to do what you got to do. If somebody coming for you, and it's life or death, and they physically in your presence. Now, you could keep praying up to this point, but if it's somebody that's exercising their free will and they still choose to come for you, then it just gonna be whatever at that point. Like, it's just gonna have to be whatever at that point. You have exhausted all options out here. And then they still refuse. Like, these people still refuse to go on about their business out here. Shoot, whatever. Okay, so that's all I'm saying, dealing with that, because I was speaking about the principality over Memphis. God ain't told me too much about the principality. I just know it's a principality over Memphis, and it got rights to this city. So I'm looking like, who gave it rights to this city, which would be the people in the city. But God ain't kind to me on that, because God, he slowly just eased me into this spiritual stuff, y'all. Okay, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself with a lot of this stuff. It's just stuff that he be telling me and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm 10 steps ahead. I already know. Yeah, a lot of times I do these videos, I know Satan gonna use distractions around. I'll be like, okay, they gonna pull up right beside me. Okay, come doing the video. Like when the train was coming, it kept making them beep noise. I was like, train ain't never beep like that. Not in Memphis. But this train right here, because I was doing the video. It's the Truman Show out here. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So I'm just trying to break down this video because, like I said, everybody not there. Like, everybody don't know how I'm operating mentally. Like, I see everything on a spiritual level, even addiction. I feel like everything, the root cause of everything go back into the spirit. You know, I was listening to Dan Duval. I think I'm kind of like his teaching type style, like with what he teaching now. I feel like I'm just kind of like that. That's me. But like with Dan Duval, it's other people that teach on this type level. But that seemed like that fit right in with me. But Dan Duval, he was speaking and he was just letting you people know that in the Bible, even though you know you could be physically broke, your spirit can be broken and fragmented, and your spirit can be broken and fragmented. So in the Bible, it speaks on your spirit and your soul. All of these elements can be fragmented. So you got a body, you got a spirit, and you got a soul. And the spirit, body, soul, all three can be broken and damaged in this process. And you got to seek healing for all three. You got to seek healing for your soul, healing for your spirit, and healing for your body on this journey through the trauma or anything we may have gone through in life. Like you have to seek healing on all three of those different types of levels to be whole. and so, So yeah, I'm speaking on that. Okay, the free will. People might, cause I can hear the like thoughts. I'm in the spirit. I can hear the thoughts. So the thoughts I hear is, you know, people might feel like free will, well, because of trauma. This is why I'm doing this, and this is why I'm doing that, and because this happened to me, this caused me to act out, and you know, people feel like they free will. You have to feel like you got to realize your free will is sacred. Protect your free will. Because at the end of the day, it's your choice whether you chose good or bad. Regardless of what caused you to choose good or bad. Free will is you just simply choosing good or bad. Not the elements around you that cause you to say, okay, I'm going to put evil in my heart. Hurt people, hurt people. So yeah, so Satan try to create trauma in your life because he know that you can work for my voice. Satan knows that if he hurt you with trauma and things in your life, that you can be you can work for his kingdom, because hurt people hurt people. So if you hurt, then you gonna reflect that to the world. So he tried to hurt you through trauma and things like that because he expects you to use the trauma that was inflicted on you to inflict on others, and then that way it's doing what it's supposed to do. But even with trauma, you still got a choice to say, no, I'm not going to choose that route. No, I'm not going to choose this. No, I'm not going to choose that. And every day when you live your life, you see people that have went through probably the same thing. And you see people that chose good behind the choices that they made. And you see people that chose bad behind those same choice, the same situation, the same types of trauma. You're going to see people that chose good in these traumas, and you're going to see people that chose bad in these traumas. So everybody that just because they went through trauma is not reflecting it on the world. And everybody that go through trauma is not choosing hate in their heart. So what's in you is what's going to come out. And so at a certain point, it's your free will. Like you chose this. So you can have 1,000,001 excuses, but on Judgment Day, you think those excuses gonna matter. The only thing gonna matter is you chose to eat the fruit, like Adam and Eve. You chose to eat the fruit, right, Adam? You chose this, right? And you see Adam, he tried to put it on God. Now God, the woman you gave me. So he didn't even want to even use, he even reflected, what is it? Deflected. The fact that he chose to eat the fruit back on God. Like, no, God, it's your fault. No. Adam chose to eat the fruit. He knew what he supposed to do, not do, and he still chose what he wanted to do regardless of nothing else that was going on. Regardless. So, that's just kind of how it is. Like, it just regardless. Like, it just cutthroat. Like, I don't know what else to say. Okay, the third thing. When people speak on this free will, because a lot of people argue up and down, back and forth about the free will, and because I went through this and I went through that, I get a right, I get a pass to respond to the world in this way and that way. But the perfect example of a person that exercised their free will through all the influences the influences that could possibly attack this person was Job. Job was the perfect person to show and reflect that even though he had wrong happen to him, and he was put under every single circumstance you could possibly be put under, as far as the test is concerned. He still chose not to turn his back on God and not to turn evil. Like, he still chose not to curse God in this process. And he had the free will to do so. You know, he lost all his kids. His kids died. His health was attacked. His wife was in his ear telling him, you need to curse God. Look what God did to you. All his friends was trying to influence him. He had all these influences on the outside telling him that, yeah, God hates you. God don't love you. Look at what you're going through. But even with everything that was going on and Satan using every element possible to try to attack Job still exercised his free will and said, I will not curse God. God made that choice. Job made that choice. So if Job was the perfect person under every circumstance possible, he had everything. God blessed him with everything. He rich and then he poor. And he still never reflected that toward God and toward the world. He never reflected that toward God because it was in his heart to be good and do good. So it wasn't going to come out bad. Like, he wasn't going to curse God because good was in his heart at the end of the day. So no matter what was the circumstance, no matter the circumstances on the outside, he still chose, I'm not going to curse God, because it was in his heart not to curse God. If you curse God, it's because it's in your heart to curse God. So when I speak on free will and say it's what's in you, because what's in you will come out. Even Jesus speak on this. It's not the outside that matter. It's what you put. It's what comes out that matter. You know, when the disciples were eating, and they was like, why they ain't wash their hands? Why they eating? Why they saying that just eating their food? I ain't even pray. And Jesus said, it's not what you put in that matter. It's what come out that matter. Cause what come out is from the heart. So that's what I was meaning when I was saying free will. Free will, we all gonna have challenges. We all gonna deal with trauma. We all gonna deal with death. We all gonna deal with grief. Like, we all gonna deal with this. This is just part of being human. And it's just how you choose to deal with this. And you can reflect hate back into the world, or you can reflect love into the world and reflect God into the world, regardless of your circumstance. And Job was the perfect example of that. So I'm just trying to break down these two videos, some of the stuff that I seen in that video, because my mind might be so far advanced and might be so deep in what I see and how God showed me stuff that other people on the outside might not just be there yet. So I'm doing this video just to break that down. God told me to leave that other video up because I was going to take it down. He said that leave it up because it might be people that might be thinking they need to move, and he not telling them to move. Only move to another city when God tell you to move to another city. It's principalities that over these cities. It's principalities that's over certain cities and stuff like that. So if you're going to move or relocate, pray to God. God just wants you to put him first in everything you do. And he want to make sure you're being led by him when you decide to move to a new city. So he told me to leave that video up because maybe it's people that feel like, oh, I just want to go here. Oh, I want to go New Orleans. Make sure God's sending you. Make sure God is sending you to these places, especially with the one with the strong principalities. Especially the one with the strong principalities. Now, if you in the light like me, I'm good in Memphis. I don't got no worries. Actually, the wickedness run from me. After they talk to me, they talk to me about 2-3 minutes, they gone the other way. The wickedness run from me. They don't want to be nowhere near me. After they get through having, we come on over here. Let's have a talk. Now, what you talking about? When I get through talking to these people, they gone. Half of them be scared, especially if I start speaking stuff. They be like, "Dang, how you know this? How you know that?" It spook them out. So I'm good in Memphis. People, they ain't fit too much be around me like that. If I want them to be around. But if I don't want them to be around, I know what to say. Just start telling them about themselves. And by the time I get through telling them about themselves, they so spooked, they trying to go the other direction. So God got me in Memphis. I don't have no worries. I ain't got no stress. I ain't got no problems. Like, none of that. Like, really? I ain't got no fear. Like, none of that. But I ain't finna, because I got the spiritual protection around me, I'm not finna send you out and tell you, hey, come on over here. Because I know you might not have that same protection on you that I got on me to be able to walk around out here and not be bothered with nobody. You might not have that protection on you. So me, I'm not going to lure you out to Memphis, knowing you might not have that same spiritual protection that I got, just for you to get swallowed up out here in the darkness that's already going on. Like, I'm not going to do you like that. Other people, they might have foreign protection on them. Like, they might have a spiritual protection around them where, yeah, Memphis cool. Everybody ain't got that protection, though. Like, everybody ain't got that protection to be walking around like that. So you got to have spiritual protection to be in this city because it's a strong principality over this city. I'm a spiritualist. If I could feel the principality, and I'm telling you it's strong, believe what I'm telling you. Let me get ready and let y'all go. So me, I don't have no problems in Memphis. I don't have no issues in Memphis. God got good in Memphis. You see good come out of Memphis. Me, God gonna put his diehard prophets in the hard in the rough of the rough. Like, we diamonds in the rough out here for real. But with that being said, y'all, like I said, I could walk around, shoot, as soon as somebody talk to me, like, it could be 1 minute in the conversation, by the time they get through telling me, they be like, something wrong with you. I be like, nah, something wrong. Now, come on over here. What you running for? That's how I be for real. Yeah. So, I don't got no problems. Like I said, yeah. I don't know what to say. I be tickled though. When people, I be like, God, these people that, like, I ain't trying to, nah. I'm one of the one, they gonna run the other way. Like, they like, nah, I ain't even fooling with you. They gonna go the other way. They talk to me about 5 minutes. They run the other way. They like, nah, I ain't even fooling with you. Like, nah, I don't even know. It be funny to me. Yeah. So, I'm finna let y'all go. Yeah, enjoy y'all day. I had a dream today. Like, shoot. I just had this dream. It was something with me in it. So in the dream, it was like I was with this person. I'm just speaking the dream, but I was with this person. Because, see, I'm a spiritualist. And so most of the time, if it's a spirit on somebody, it's going to manifest itself in my presence. Like, it's going to manifest itself in my presence. So if a person has, like, a spirit of lust, that spirit of lust, that demon of lust is going to manifest itself in my presence. And so in the dream, it seemed like I was with this person, and it seemed like his dad had a spirit of lust on him. So while me and this person is cool kicking it, I could see the spirit of lust on their dad. And I don't know if this was really going on with people, but it was a spirit of lust on his daddy. And so his daddy desired me, his son, girlfriend, or whoever I supposed to be his wife. That's what's going on out here. But in the dream, that's how it was. It just like, me, like, especially the spirit of lust. Like, if it's a spirit of lust or something bad, don't bring me around these people. Because they gonna, like, the Korean, like, it's hard for me to get rid of people. And then the spirit of lust be, like, lashed on to me, like, be drawn to me. So I mean, because people don't know the spiritual. And they just be inviting me in. Hey, Shayna. If they got a spirit of lust on them, and what's on me, it's going to be drawn. The lust on them is going to be drawn to me. And I don't be want to deal with that when I deal with people. So that's why I kind of keep to myself too. Because you can't even really bring people around with the demon of lust around. Because they want what you got. I ain't trying to get no detail. But in that dream, it was like, it was somebody's daddy. And so I was cool. Me and this person was super cool. So this person like, ooh, you know how people be excited about people who they talk to, so they try to bring them around people that they love, like their loved one. But then you creating all this conflict because you got this spirit of lust on you. And so now you lusting after the son, girlfriend, or woman, or wife. Because of you just got this, like, it's just something on you that's drawing you to it. Yeah. But me, If it's other people around, like I'd rather them be spiritually like healed when they around me. Cause if they got weaknesses like the demon of lust on them, they gonna lust. The demon of lust is going to lust. And I don't want to be around it. I don't want to deal with that. Because you got a spirit on you. And you see something, you like, woo, woo, woo. I don't want to deal with that. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. But if it comes to my presence, that be the reaction, y'all. Shoot. You just hate, it is what it is at the end of the day. I'm finna let y'all go. I'm just thinking on this like, dang. Because, like, it's people they be wanting to introduce, like, ooh, I just met this person, we super cool, but me, my charisma, everybody is attracted to me. Everybody. It's very hard. Like, it's infatuation type. Like, it's very hard if a person get to know me that they just gonna be like, bye. Like, it's very hard. I ain't trying to... For real. Like, I don't even be doing nothing. So I don't even want people to even get in my space. Because once, I don't know if it's the energy, spirit, I don't know what it is. I can't get rid of people. I can't get rid of nobody. Like, even, like, yeah. I'm finna let y'all go. Because I don't know what to say. But in this dream that I just had today, it was just like, it was somebody and it was their daddy. And their daddy was just like, I don't know, their daddy was catching feelings like, ugh. But if you got a demon or a spirit of lust on you and you come around me, like the spirit of lust can't be around me. It's going to manifest itself on your friends, on your brothers, on everybody around. Like, it can't be in my presence at all. So I can't really be around people like that, especially like men and stuff like that, because they introduce me to other people. Just friendly, just kosher. These people is going to push it to another level, because that's just how evil it is. That's just the wickedness and perversion. This is what God tell me. It's just the wickedness and perversion itself. And it's just going to become more and more and more. It's going to become more wicked, more perverted, more evil. And me, I'm just trying to be a good girl in this perverted, evil world. And I ain't trying to be in it like that. But it's going to pull me in because, like I said, if you got spirits on you, you got demon of lust on you, how can you be in my presence? Like, you can't. Because it's going to manifest itself. I ain't even got to do nothing. I can be sitting in the corner eating. And the demon of lust be like, ding, 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 ding. Be drawn to me. I don't care who it's on. It don't care who it's on. So, y'all, I'm finna let y'all go. Like I said, God give me some more dealing with this. I'll be like, okay, this what this mean, that what that mean. But I just see, it was just a perversion. And this perversion that I seen, it was just this man. It was his daddy. And his daddy was having, like, this attraction to, his significant other. Like, the daddy was lusting after the significant other of the son, and the son is just cool with his daddy. So he like, oh yeah, look. But the demon is like it's stronger. The demon is on his daddy, so it's operating through his daddy, and he's desiring his son's significant other, and this significant other having to be me. So I'm looking like, men, y'all men, this is a warning. Don't have everybody around your woman. Especially if they, like, if they got a spirit and they cheat, and like, they cheat on their girlfriends, they cheat with other women, they always flirting with other women, they always trying to talk to other women, they got a wandering eye. Don't trust them to be around your woman. This is my warning to you. If they show any signs, and I'm speaking on the spiritual level of the demon of lust, which means that, like, you see them, they not faithful, they not committed to who they with, but y'all real super cool though. And then you link up with somebody, you got a significant other that you like. Keep this person, protect this person. This person you can't have. You don't give your pearls to swine out here. Don't give your pearls to swine. And that includes your significant other, the women. Because they may be secretly lusting after these women too. because it's a spirit on them. And like when I tell you that it get deeper and deeper, darker and darker, you can't feel the appetite of a spirit of a demon. Like, you just can't feel this appetite. So even though you might see this person and y'all kick it, this your best friend, he sick, he talk to everything that's walking. He switching Instagrams and doing all this with everything that's walking. But then you got your girl who you really like, and you catch your feelings for, and then you introduce this person to your girl. You think he gonna respect their relationship? So this is a warning to you men. You can't have everybody around your girl like that. Like, you just can't have them around like that, especially if you know that they just how they move out here, and you want that around your girl. And then you know there's a possibility that if you bring them around your girl, they're gonna be lusting and looking at your girl like they want them too. Like, it's competition. Now they want them too. But then you put your girl in this uncomfortable position by even introducing her to somebody like that. So now it's just going to be awkward all the way around, because it might cost you a very serious, and it might cost you a relationship with your best friend and with your daddy, just to be with this person. Like, it create this conflict with all this, just because they can't control themselves out here. So if you got people, this is a warning. If you around men, including your daddy, including your uncles, people who you trust your life with, if these people they got a spirit of lust on them, and you see them jump from woman to woman, and how they treat women and how they do women, but you got a woman too, and be careful with the women be careful with how you introduce these women and who you introduce them to, because they gonna be lusting after what you get. And this will be a person you'll be like, man, I'd die for that person. And that person wants your woman behind your back, because it's a game for them. So, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. That's all God said, just a warning. Like, you got a female or a woman or somebody you talk to, don't have all these men around your women like that. Because you don't know what they thinking in their mind. This perverted, evil wicked world out here. You don't know what's going on in these folks' mind. But I'm telling you what's going on in their mind, because I see it. They want what you got. So protect what you got out here. To keep it down. And even then, there might be a struggle to even try to fight to keep that down, because if they see you with something, they want to know what's going on, and then you just trying to be respectful. But if you know they got issues with women, and women is their weakness, why would you bring your woman around a whole bunch of men, including your daddy, and you know weakness is that man that if you know weakness, if you know women is a man weakness, why would you bring your main girl, your woman around all that? Like, why would you bring your woman around all that? Because at a certain point, that spirit is going to want your woman. And it's going to, like, it's going to be nothing to make them not desire your woman. Because it's a spirit on them. And if he wants your woman, the spirit is going to have him just thinking about your woman all day. That's all it wants. Is your woman. Like, it's no other woman that this person gonna want but your woman, because the spirit is tormenting it to make him think about your woman all day, every day. Don't put your own woman in no mess like that. Like, don't do that. People do me like that all the time. Don't do that. FYI, keep me away from that. You know, people got issues with other women, and they got issues with you. You know what it is. You deal with these people firsthand, you know what it is. If you know these people got all these kind of like issues when it come to other women, and always talking to other women, got a wandering eye and got all this going on, but then you bring your woman around like they gonna respect your woman, they not gonna respect your woman. They not gonna respect them. It's spirit of perversion. They not gonna respect your woman just because that's your woman. So, y'all, I'm finna let y'all go. Enjoy y'all day.